Hello class, this is a bonus addendum to the video that I uploaded previously about general installation skills, and it concerns how to install works on paper with no hardware on the front of the piece. This isn't kind of a standard art handling practice, but one that I devised after talking to other artists who work on paper who didn't want anything on the front of their piece. Magnets are a really simple and easy and self-explanatory way to install work, but you can see the magnet on the front of the piece. So what I use instead are called retail tabs. You've probably seen these stuck to the back of a product hanging on a hook or a shelf in a store. You can buy these online for really cheap, and they have a thin layer of adhesive that we're going to stick to the back of the piece through a specific procedure. So first, I'm going to make a mark on the back of the piece very carefully that is equal distance from the top of the piece and the side. Arbitrarily here, I'm using 2 inches in either direction, and that's really just because it's an easy number for me to remember, and because that leaves enough space on the side that you won't see any hardware. So I'm going to do that on either side. On the back of the top of the piece. Now that thin strip of adhesive that you saw on the retail tab is probably not archival. It probably has acidic chemicals in it that will damage your paper. So I put down a layer of acid-free tape. I just bought this tape at the crafting section of Target. It's made by Scotch. It's also plastic so that you know that the seal is good. So I'm just applying that to where the strip of adhesive on the retail tab will go. And now I'm applying my retail tab so that the dot I measured out is exactly at the top of the hole of the retail tab. And then I'm going to do the exact same procedure on the other side of the piece. And again, applying the retail tab. Now I'm going to measure the distance between those 2 dots. So I'm going to get my level with a ruler and measure where my wall hardware is going to go. And you can see it's exactly 15 inches distance between those 2 dots. What I'm going to hang them on in the wall is called a Danish nail. These are also surprisingly hard to find, but if you know what to search for, Danish nail, you can find them online. I ended up finding them on a website called Hardware of the Past. So you may have to look online for them, but they're just an L-shaped nail, and they're going to go into the wall and hook onto those retail tabs. So if I found the height I want my piece to go at on the wall, I'm going to measure 2 dots 15 inches apart on the wall. And then I'm going to hammer in my Danish nail, and I'm going to get it pretty close as I can manage to get it to the wall without it being totally flat, so they can still sneak that retail tab over it. And here's my second nail. And then I'm going to take my piece and gently lift it up and over those nails so that the retail tab hooks on. And that's all. Thanks for watching the video, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to email me, dfloyd@saic.edu.